Well, hello, boys and girls. It's when I feel like it o'clock. I'm Pearl of Wisdom. You're listening to my NHL Pearls of Wisdom. And I'm got myself a what do you call that? A reservation. That's right. Got myself a reservation at the Edmonton, Alberta Institute for Spankings today. Me and Chinky from Chinky's House of Pilates and Yoga, we're going down there today, say around 2 o'clock. Chinky's, it's the best there, I said it. Make sure you tell her that Perlo sent you, because she gives me free stuff when you do that. And I like free stuff. My Namaste cup is still at the cleaners, so I just have this Starbucks one, but Namaste. Anyways, to you. Namaste to you, which means I connect with your divine. You have a mighty fine divine there, especially Rebecca. Rebecca, you have one of the finest divines I've ever seen. Gotta say. Just saying. Just saying. Okay, so yesterday, first of all, let's get into some housekeeping, as they like to say. Doug Reed mentioned something pretty interesting. You might want to check this out. Over at my video yesterday, which, by the way, I had the date wrong on the video, which is good because less people saw the video. And the reason why I'm going to the Institute for Spanking, obviously, was I was under 50% yesterday. Yes. Doesn't happen very often, but it sure happened yesterday. There was a few things. I'll get into that in a second. But between 10 minutes, 15 seconds and 10 minutes, 20 seconds, oddly enough, different time on my wife's phone than mine. Mine's 10:15. Hers is 10:18. On the top right-hand corner, you will see a lovely pearl. Doug Reed called it a white orb, ghost orb, but it's actually just a pearl. When I send them off, they sometimes just fly about, and it goes out, and then it goes out into the ether to wherever it's going, to wherever I send it to, and you can check it out. You can look at that. Go check it out on my video there. And thank you, Mr. Doug Reed, for all your comments down on the bottom, which we love, by the way. Make sure you're commenting. I asked, I told Helen about that, about the orb, the ghost orb, and she said you're crazy. So Helen, by the way, is who lets me use these facilities, because I have a place where I live where there are so many people, I have no way to get privacy. Had a little issue, had to downsize, so on and so forth like that. We started doing these videos, and now we're having subscribers, and the pearls are flowing everywhere, as you can see in that video. And we're getting views, and there's going to be huge amounts of abundance of pearls and money, and we're going to go all across the land in YouTube sensation vehicles such as planes, cars, SUVs, like Land Rovers and all of that. It's going to be wonderful. We're going to change the world, and all you got to do is do that button thing, and that's it. That was it. You were wondering, how am I going to change the world? I don't know. Probably read up on a whole bunch of stuff, and little did you know, all you got to do is subscribe that button. That's it. Yeah. So, okay, what else do we got? Somebody else mentioned something yesterday. Oh, yes. I should write this down. Somebody was mentioning me yesterday. I'm sorry, I forgot. I was going to write it down. Did I write it down here? No, I did not. I knew I said, Compton Drive-By. I got it. I remembered. Compton Drive-By messaged me saying, could I do my picks of the day at the end of my videos? And I will try to do that for you, my friend. And thanks again for your great advice or questions or what have you. And all of you, anytime, anything you want to ask to improve this fine programming, please put it down in the comment section, and we'll discuss, we'll connect. Okay, let's get to our video. Okay, games yesterday. the good things that happen. There were some good picks there. Go check it out from yesterday. There were some bad, and there were some ones where there were some reasons for it. For instance, Columbus losing to Detroit. I was told that Merzlikins was going to be in net all the way up. Merzlikins hasn't done well, and they decided to put Korpisalo in. If I would have known about Korpisalo, I would have definitely taken Columbus to beat Detroit. By the way, watch some of that game. Detroit looked awful, and they transitioned pretty well after playing that pussy-ass game that they played against the Washington Capitals. I have to admit, I don't give Tortorella enough credit far too often, I'll tell you that. The Kings versus the Bruins. I said it would have been the best money that you could do was to take the Bruins and the points, because I wasn't sure about the Kings. And if you did, you would have won some money. Probably wouldn't made huge, but you would have won some money. That was my pick of the day, I guess you would say. So that worked out well. Jets, Hellebuck had a bad night. When does that happen? It was brutal. He was awful. Grice had a really bad night for the New York Islanders. They got up 3-1, and he just went into voodoo world, apparently, and their defense, too. I didn't actually get much chance to watch that game, but who would have thought? 8-3 Nashville? I don't know. The Canes game, I just messed that up. Winnipeg, or no, that was it. It was against Winnipeg. Yeah, Hellebuck. Who would have saw that coming? So, okay, I get my spankings. Me and Chinky go down there, and I'm not willing. I'm willing to take my lumps when need be. When spankings are needed, I make sure that I receive those things. I don't see any other YouTubers out there getting their spankings. No, I don't see it. So at least I take my lumps. Whatever. Okay, Oilers versus the Blues. Smith apparently is in net up until now. I doubt it. I really doubt it, but you never know. If Smith is going to be in net, as they say right now, if Smith is going to be in net, they'd almost surely put Allen in. And if that's the case, this is an over game all to hell. I'm taking the Blues 5-2 at 80%. Big time. This would be one to take Blues in regulation, so you can get your max money out of it. I would say I said I was going to do this at the end of the video, but I'll just tell you right now, this is my pick of the day. The Blues over the Oilers in regulation. We'll get our units back from yesterday with that one, at least some anyways. Or pearls. Somebody called it pearls. I call it units. Everybody calls it units, but we should call it pearls, shouldn't we? Because that's exactly what it is. But the pearls are abundant. The pearls are never ending. So that's even better. We can just throw pearls at everything. Yeah. By the way, here's some for you. After yesterday, you're probably feeling a little down. Wow. It went all over the place. Here's some more. There. Now you feel better, don't ya? See? Told ya. Okay, Avs versus the Hawks. No Keith, no DeHaan, and no Mata for the Hawks, which is basically 3 of their top 6. The rest of their defense, like Dahlstrom, is it Dahlstrom? Anyways, let's say it's so bad, I can't even remember exactly who they're going to put in there. And I know everybody on every team pretty much. They also have Crawford apparently playing. I find that hard to believe. I would think they would be putting Lehner in against a strong team like the Avs, but maybe they're just like, we'll save Lehner because there ain't no way we're winning this one. And I would agree with them. I'm taking Avs 5-1. Heck, you could go Avs in regulation here. You could go, I'm not sure about the over. Simply because of Avs' goaltending is so good and Hawks' offense has been relatively poor. I'd say Avs in regulation here too could probably give you a pretty good handout of pearls, I would say. Ducks versus the Devils. I would not call this my game of the night, but with the Hall situation over with, everything loosened up. If it's true about the negative Nancy stuff, this is going to be a relief here. I have a feeling you're going to see Subban playing a lot better now. Just have a feeling. Ducks on a back-to-back. Ducks made me look stupid yesterday. I picked them to beat Philadelphia. Oh, was there something about that game? Oh, right. Konechny. That's the one I wanted to talk about too. Konechny was put in later in the day after I said that he wasn't going to be in there. Somebody else asked me about it. I pretty much put it as a coin flip. So that's it. I don't think I pick the Ducks to win that after I find out that Konechny's in. So there's another one we should have had. Anyways, I'm taking the Ducks here, or I'm taking the Devils here. And if you want to take a safe pick after taking those two in regulation, Devils and take the the goal and a half if they're going to give it to you, which I think they might. And you could have a pretty solid play. You could parlay those three. I'm pretty confident about these. My percentages. Blues over the Oilers. If Smith is in net, 80-some%. Like huge for sure going to win. Avs versus the Hawks. If Crawford's in net, 70-75%. They're 70% because they're on the road, but I'm still feeling pretty darn good about the Avs winning this game. And Devils over the Ducks. Little less, but I'm putting them pretty high. I really think the energy is going to change for the better for the Devils now that Hall's gone. So 65%. That's my full 42%, boys and girls. I hope you enjoyed all the fine pearls. Here's a few more. For you. Hit the subscribe and the bell. Making sure, also, I just found out that hitting the like button or not like or whatever, what it does is it actually gets into the algorithm of YouTube. And the more interaction that the algorithm feels, the more they share it, and so other people can see it in better, it's more exposure. And exposure is good. So if we do that, we're going to reach even greater greatness than we already have. Have a great day. Lots of love to you.